who would I like to work with? Man, I'm a believer and a dreamer, so I always set my bar real high. A couple of artists that I'm really interested in working in the studio with is I want to get a record with Meek Mills. I want like a Meek Mills record for some reason. I like his energy a lot. I also want to get in the studio with Outkast. I think we would come up with something really crazy. I'm trying to think of all the collaboration efforts that I think would be really, really sick. Chrisette Michelle, I love her music. I love what she does. I think she's great. T.I., even Game. Me and Game haven't worked together yet, but I'm sure we will. We just haven't yet. 2013, man. I'm not sure who else. I think those are the top of my list right now. Who I want to work with, my wish list. You can find me. You can pick up any of my music first of all at my Bandcamp site. I have a Bandcamp, dae1.bandcamp.com. Also go to dae1.net. That will also send you to everything that I have. My iTunes store, all of that stuff. You guys can also just go to iTunes and type me in, Daeone. You'll definitely find me there. You'll be able to find the No One album, The Substance. Me and Oni dropped the Substance album, as well as the EP, the Clearance EP album. So be sure and check that out, man. iTunes, Dae One. Check me out. Grab it ASAP. Warrior DJs. The Warrior DJs is a movement that I'm a part of. I executive produce a lot of projects that come out from under that umbrella. Shouts out to Gigi Capone and Wyclef Jean from the Fugees. They definitely looked me out and put me in a position of great stature. So I'm thankful for that, man. Warrior DJs, you know what I mean? Top shelf, nothing but the best. Also, I hit the studio with my director boy James Wade, and we ended up knocking out a project in 2 days, which is going to be called Medicated and Motivated, with features from Edie, from the Outlaws, Smokey Lane, Snoop Dogg is going to host it. Who else is on the project, man? Dead Prez, have a record with Dead Prez, a record with Slip Capone, a record with Mac Lucci. We're just working, double time. Yeah, so as far as press or anything like that, if anybody needs to reach out to me or get a hold of me, you can definitely hit up info@ggcaponepr.com and send your submissions, whatever you got, interviews, radio interviews, questions, blogs, whatever you need. Just go ahead and send it there. You know, my team will go ahead and get back to you ASAP as soon as possible. We'll work that out. My love for music, I think, you know, I must have to say that it starts with my influences as far as who in the game inspires me to create the music that I make. Growing up as a child, I listened to everything from Wham to Sade to Stevie Wonder, so those are definitely some heavy influences. Michael Jackson was a really big influence on me and my craft. He made me take it real serious, you know what I mean? One of my first original hip-hop loves probably came from Slick Rick. Children's Story was probably one of the first songs I fell in love with, it being hip-hop. That and Mona Lisa. Then you know, Snoop Dogg is of course amongst the greats. Then as far as production, like I'm inspired by Dr. Dre, Jay Dilla, Pete Rock, DJ Premier, you know what I mean, DJ Quick, DJ Battle Cat, DJ Khalil. These are all cats that influence me to, you know, take my craft to the next level and keep me inspired, keep me on my toes, you know what I mean? There's so many great artists that I look up to. Andre 3000 is probably one of my favorite rappers ever. It's like one of my greats. Eminem, T.I., you know, these are all people that inspire me to keep going and pursue my goals and my dreams. So definitely have to give the love to all my influences, because they heavily influenced me through this game. The way that I work. Right now what I'm using, I use this program software beat machine called Machine, which is this guy right here. This is an older version. I have a newer version now, but this is the older version. I pretty much do everything in the box right here. I can mix in it, I can track in it, I can do everything I pretty much need. So when I'm doing my production right now, I'm all based on Machine. I used to come from the school, you know, I come from the school of the MPC. So I started with the MPC 3000 was my first, then I went to the 2500, then I left from the 2500 and played around with the SP12 just so I could learn it, you know, just to know. I think it's very important that a lot of producers understand the craft. I don't want to downplay no one's equipment or what they use, because there is no right or wrong way really to make music. It's just whatever's right to your ears and your liking. So I don't want to downplay someone else's technique, but what I like to use is just what works best for me. So you pretty much just have to kind of find out what works best for you. Like I've worked with Logic, I can work in Reasons, I can work in all these programs, but Machine kind of helps fits my my workflow a lot faster and more accurate. So that's what I'm on right now. You know, but I'm not knocking anybody using Fruity Loops or whatever you gotta use, man. Make them beats, man. Just as long as it knock and it sound good, it's gonna sell, and that's the truth. Let me think, man. If I had to tell an up-and-coming producer something, I would definitely tell him, you know, whoever you are, make sure that you're handling your business, because this is fun, it's a great hobby, but this is also a business, and this could feed your family for a lot of years. So make sure that you're taking care of your paperwork, make sure that your business is handled right, make sure that you're representing yourself properly. You know, don't go to meetings and stuff, don't show up late, you know, don't show up dressed inaccurately, you know, make sure that you're groomed right. You know, that's all normal stuff, that's common sense stuff. But as far as advice I would give people, I would definitely give people the advice to get you a good attorney, because it's going to be very important. You know what I mean? That could end up being your best friend. And try to learn the game. Don't be afraid to learn it. Just don't go off of what someone told you or what you heard. You know, try to find out if it's true. You know, do your research and really try to perfect your craft. You know, I don't want to have too many artists coming around or coming up to me who don't really know the path of hip hop. You know, if you're an artist if you're an artist and that's what you strive to be, then study that. And if you're a producer and that's what you strive to be, then learn that. You know, learn what producers came before you. Learn who did what. Learn what something else means. If it's brought to you, learn how to use it to your ability. You know, knowledge is power. So definitely you need to know as much as you can, because in the long run that'll end up saving your career. Also be very diligent on creating your own sound. You know, be very critique about how you place your music and who you give it to. If you feel like that artist isn't going to represent you properly, you know, it might not be the best move for you and your music. You just have to protect your brand. You know, learn that when you build a name for yourself and people start recognizing that, you have to look at yourself as a brand now. So then you have to worry about, you know, what other artists will represent your brand the correct way and properly, and display your music out to the masses, because that's your goal, is to spread nothing but great music to the world. So, you know, make sure and take care of that. This your boy Dae One, man, signing off. I want to thank y'all for tuning in and checking me out, man. Any questions, be sure to hit me up at the email that I left y'all before. Be sure and hit up my websites and check everything out, and look forward to nothing but great music coming this year. Peace.